What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Steve from Printer Gang Investments, back with another video, man. In today's video, Trump and China reached a trade deal over the weekend. So it looks like the market's finna ride. At the time of this recording, the Nasdaq's up like 4% after hours. Tesla's up like 8%. Palantir going back to 122. Bitcoin that hit 104. And I want to talk about the implications of this. And I want to talk about the opportunity we just got and whether people capitalized on it or not. So, I'm not saying we out the water yet, but this might be it. The green might be here to stay. We might not get another opportunity to buy the dip. And I want to talk about this because over the past few weeks, months, it's been a lot of this. A lot of noise, a lot of opinions, a lot of hate. You know what I'm saying? And what people don't understand in these markets is that's what comes with it. That's what's part of it. I went through the same thing times a billion with GameStop. I remember when we bought GameStop at like $38. And if you know anything about GameStop, it's not even a profitable company, but it was having a squeeze at the time. We got people on CNBC telling us we finna lose all our money. We got hedge funds telling us this shit going back to 20. You know what I'm saying? So what people don't understand is when you in this game, you got to stick to your DD, you got to stick to your thesis, and you got to ignore the noise. If that noise doesn't directly mean your company messed up, you keep buying. If you've been watching this channel, at the beginning of this dip, I told you guys my top 5-6 picks. When the Trump thing first popped off, I got out my small caps. I told everybody, hey, I'm getting out these small caps, not because I think they bad companies, but because, I want to go with larger, more established companies. So the SoundHounds of the world, the Autumn Quantum trades I had, even HIMS, which I wish I could have held on to HIMS, but those plays, a lot of those are starting to bounce back. So, anyone who held the more risky side of things made money. Now, our top 5 picks for this dip was Palantir, Nvidia, Tesla, Bitcoin, SPY, and Robinhood. And you see what's happened with all of those. So I was focused on those, but if you really bought this dip on any good quality company, especially a growth company that was down a lot, you're about to be rewarded. And I say this to say, don't let, the fear mongers and the haters get in your ear, because they're all gone right now. The haters on vacation. They don't pay attention to the stock market all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad, because that's misleading people as investors, because everybody wants to run their mouth. Everybody's got an opinion when things go down, but when things go up, they just disappear. You know what I'm saying? So when this dip popped off, I looked at it real simple. All right, how the tariffs going to affect Palantir? Not as much as people think, because for one, Palantir is the type of software that would save your company money, and you need them to run AI, and AI can save your company money. So if worse came to worse and budgets started getting cut, I don't think that would get cut. It could potentially get added to, is the way I was thinking. So when we get hit up, I just trade, buy shares. I eventually bought some calls. You know what I'm saying? On this dip, I could have capitalized more, but I actually took money out my account because I've been working with AI tools in the real world. You know what I'm saying? But what people got to understand is when these dips come, you got to remain calm, buy the dip, and if you really about that life, reskill. That's where I've been. I'm about to start showing y'all a lot of, AI-related content, or I might be using AI more on this channel because, my study's almost complete, so I'm probably about to get back rolling with this content. But what I want people to do at this point in the market, if you're in, you know what I'm saying, and you're being rewarded for staying down, or you bought something on the dip, congratulations. Now, if you was scared and you was on the sidelines, don't rush in right here. That's not how it's done. That's what messes people up in these markets. Now that the markets are up, you got to wait for your pullback, or you got to piece money in there little by little. You see me constantly buying all the time because the entire account I show you guys is profits from back when I was buying Palantir calls between like 8 and 20. I shipped all that money out to my Robinhood account, and what's left in the Webull account is the account I show y'all to this day. But if I was starting with like fresh principle, like if someone were to give me $20,000, $50,000 right now, I would not just load up at these prices. You see what I'm saying? I would, tiptoe in. I would probably try some smaller options trades. But right now, if you're on the sidelines, I'm not saying stay there, but you gotta wait for your opportunity. And Tom Lee said it best. We never bottom on bad news, man. I mean, on good news. So the time to buy was when things was horrible, when everybody was telling you it's time to buy Coca-Cola and Johnson & Johnson. That's what time it was. And, now we see why a lot of people underperform the market. We see it here because they get scared, they fearmonger everything. Then when things go up, they get scared and run away. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of, especially, in my community, it's a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty. You know what I'm saying? I was just listening to a Vlad interview where the internet entrepreneur say he put like 260,000 in the stock market, lost 60, got scared, pulled it out. Vlad say he got hit up on Restoration Hardware, it went on to 1,000%. Like, people are so scared of these markets, man. And what people are not understanding is they got to start understanding these companies they buying and why they buying them, man. And they can't be scared to just lose money. Y'all done seen me lose money on this channel plenty of times. But overall, we're up tremendously. We're losing track of how much we up. We up so much. But, I'm just trying to let everybody know that, you just got to stay down in these markets, man. Y'all see what's about to happen. Market about to ride today. If you was scared, if you was hating, fork you. And it's your boy Steve from Printing Gang Investments. I'm going to see y'all in the next video.